10 years as a comedian, I still don't know how to deal with a heckler. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 10 episode, I Don't Know. We are almost at the season finale. Well, next week's episode is the season finale for Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 10. What do we think of the season? How are we feeling about the season? What I do know is, I don't have one question for the reunion, honey, but let's go and get into this recap. Portia and Ricky Smiley smashing, dashing, thrashing, rolling on skates, girl. I like Ricky Smiley. I think he's funny. I think that was trash for him to taking pictures of somebody's shoes in the bathroom on his radio station. That was garbage as hell. Ricky Smiley. Portia and Ricky Smiley dating. Don't believe it. I feel like it's a part of the storyline that I'm not interested in. We might as well go back to eating Brussels sprouts and fried cabbage and some shit. Speaking of rice and cabbage, I might need to talk about him and that whole situation. But this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, she has some things, a couple of things to talk about, honey, so let's go and get into it. Kenya is bad, girl. She is planning a PSA. She got a lot of things going on. She's trying to do some stuff. She got her man finally come. We finally got a chance to see Mark Daly. Mark Daly is fine as hell, even with his nose ring, honey. We got to talk about that, girl. Sheree is all over the place with that question, girl. She asking everybody questions. I want somebody to ask Sheree, girl, why is it taking you so long to build this empty ass house? Empty house. Yeah, 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 you ain't got no money. Kenya and Cynthia meet up. I guess Cynthia's supposed to be helping, Kenya get her stuff together for the PSA. That's really cute. The Bailey agency, the whole space looks, it looks sickening as hell. Kenya being extra asking for floor plans and all that, but I think you should have a floor plan printed up anyway. I don't know, like that's some interesting stuff, but Kenya knows her stuff. She wants to do it. She wants Cynthia to help her. So while they talking about all that, Cynthia shares the information of, Kim looking to, sue NeNe for defamation of character. And Kenya said, girl, if that's the case, we need to do a class action lawsuit because Kim has said some crazy stuff. Now, as soon as Kenya said that, y'all in the editing room should pull up some of the crazy stuff that Kim has said over the years like y'all do anybody else. But we know what y'all do. We know y'all see color over there, girl. But, girl, I was not feeling that. Like, I felt like they should have showed receipts of Kim saying crazy stuff like that comment she made about Kandi living in the hood or whatever. The stuff about, how she, deals with slaves and something like with the shit with Sweetie. I want to see some of the crazy stuff that Kim has said because Kim has said some crazy shit over the last couple of years. And also, speaking of Kim, y'all know I'm not checking for Kim, honey. That whole situation that Kim got going on with Kim saying that she don't see color, this and that, and making these crazy comments, honey, it made me think about how other shows work with having a black cast and a white cast. And my sickening contributor, Taryn, wrote about it, honey. Make sure y'all checking out the link is in the comment, honey. She dragged the everlasting shit out of Kim, and she just provided receipts and said, we got to talk to Bravo about how they treat, black cast and white cast, and how a white woman comes into an all-black cast versus a black woman probably has never went on an all-white cast, to my knowledge, but unless we're talking about Real Housewives of Potomac. But y'all check it out, honey. Check out Taryn. She is a very sickening part of kingareese.com. She is just everything. I have a lot of sickening contributors over at kingareese.com, and I appreciate her being a part of the team and a family, because we're a family, like a giant tree, throwing shade all over these branches. Kandi out here buying property, honey. I don't blame her. Kandi look like she is the Miss Monopoly, honey. She wants to buy properties, do this and that, flip it. They are saying that there's some stuff going on in Atlanta where, certain areas are about to be a little bit more expensive, so I don't blame Kandi. Kandi, was, getting her ass read about the guy with the hairline that sits in the back seat. I can't think of his name. What is his name? I can't think of his name. Don Juan. So Don Juan is getting on Kandi saying, girl, y'all out here buying this stuff. You just got through getting this restaurant. It's only been up for 6 months. You got this going on. Like, it's too much. And Kandi says, girl, we got to do this. Like, we winning. Like, and it made me think about how this rat race is with us. Like, it's so competitive, like how we are. Like, we're just so competitive. And there's this documentary on Netflix about Take These Pills. And I'm gonna have to check it out because it was talking about what the things that we do to get ahead of everybody else. Like the things that we do to get ahead and do this and that. And I thought about that when Kandi said she wants to do all that. Now, Kandi, honey, you buy all these properties and stuff, but you can do a little bit more, like, fixing what you already got. Cause girl, we're gonna have a conversation about Old Lady Gang. I'm definitely going to do a review on Old Lady Gang, honey. I will be talking about it, and it will be a blog on kingareese.com, honey. Y'all stay tuned for that, because we got to have a conversation about my experience at Old Lady Gang. So Todd pops in, and Todd talking about, hey, Oprah out here doing a lot of stuff. She is doing a lot of stuff, but girl, y'all need to perfect what y'all already got. Everybody, you can't be building other stuff and other businesses and you ain't got your own stuff together. Like, girl, that ain't making no sense, honey. You stretching yourself out too thin and some of your other stuff is, suffering from it. So they go in the other room and Kandi brings up the fact that, she feels bad about having to let NeNe go off of the tour because of the comments she made about the rape allegation. And Todd and Kandi kind of pissed me off a little bit about it because y'all went in from the reunion last season and y'all talked about how, it was trash for Phaedra to bring up this rumor and for Portia to keep on talking about it and she not know if it was true or not. And y'all were pressed about that. Now, NeNe made this joke and she said this and that, about an Uber driver raping somebody on their way home. And y'all didn't see no issue with that, but y'all have been someone who said that could have affected y'all business and y'all brand. But NeNe's out here telling a heckler that she's, they should be getting raped or something, or making a joke about the possibility of getting raped. That was garbage as hell. And I'm just looking at y'all like y'all are some hypocrites. Kandi and Todd, y'all are some big ass hypocrites. I've already said that I believe Todd is pressed boost because he didn't get a chance to smash Portia. I believe that, Todd ass is a sex thing, child. That's why he said to, Southern women make do some crazy things. So, cause some of the crazy shit that Todd wanted to do, Kandi signed off on this shit. Let's just be honest. NeNe is not a damn comedian. Like, when she's a comedian and making jokes, yes. But a white man can't get in front of me. We ain't gonna lie. I mean, he can, but he gonna get his ass roasted. A white man can't stand up on no damn stage and make jokes about black folks. You can't do that. I mean, it's just not, you don't do that. Like, you don't do that. A white man can't get on no stage. I mean, they can and put on blackface and make fucking stereotyping jokes about blacks. Like, you can't do that. That's not comedy. Like, it's not comedy. And we're gonna learn over years what is funny and what's not funny and what is demeaning to a group of marginalized people. Like, you cannot make those type of jokes. Let me be clear. Some of the jokes I've made in the past, I won't ever say that shit, okay? Some of the jokes I've said in the past were misogynistic and I'm learning like, damn, that is garbage. Like, I can't say that type of stuff about a woman. And it's not about being careful. It's about being understanding what you're saying, how it might make someone feel. And you don't want to do anything. Like, it's okay to clown and, have a good time, but it's coming at the expense of some other people who are suffering and don't have any that power and stuff in society. You got to be careful about some of the things that you're saying, and you can't say that type of stuff. So rape is serious, doing this Me Too movement and everything else, and Time's Up. That was just the wrong taste, wrong time, and wrong place. Sheree, I'm so tired of hearing about your house, Sheree. You have taken 15-20, okay? You like Nicki Minaj talking about being in the game, 15-20. You've been building on this house with $15,000 to your name, girl, and you building a $2.5 million home that's got trash floor plan, trash tile, you got knobs and stuff missing. You got folks bringing ring lights into your makeup room, girl. If you got as much money as big as this house is, you should have a room that's lit up for you to get your makeup done. And so that's the type of stuff that doesn't make sense to me. Like when somebody talking about they got a big house and got all this money, but you got to help move your stuff. You got to rent U-Hauls. You got that money, you got that budget. You paying somebody to move your stuff. Pay attention. Your house is empty, Sheree. I don't want to hear about it. You talking about so you got to change contractors. You changing contractors. You got shaded tree contract. That's why they want to show their face, because you ain't got no real folks out here doing the job. Because if it's a real company out here doing real stuff, they would have had your stuff together and they would have been, girl, show our workers, show these people, because we want to be promoted, because these are the folks who out here doing the house and making it look good. But girl, you out here hiring folks, getting off the Greyhound bus, out here doing your house, and that's why it's taking forever in the day, because you ain't got the budget for it. Sheree, you talking about getting married with Tyrone, girl. I think that it's a scheme that you and Todd came up with to come to us with the bullshit for season 11. I don't believe, Sheree, you just got through going a divorce. You was just crying tears of joy and tears of pain and stuff to get out of that whatever situation you had with your ex-husband with the wandering eyeball. Girl, you did that. Now you talking about you finna marry a man in jail that you've been knowing for 6 years or something. Like, girl, I don't know. And I'm glad Kaylee brought it up. Like, girl, you got all these fish out in the sea. And Sheree, you're a beautiful woman, but you go get a jailbird. It seems like you orchestrating this so you can be in front of the Bravo doing that, and girl, I see straight through your ass, honey. Bringing meets up with the survivors for the PSA. She bringing out some clothes and stuff and saying, girl, this is what we gonna do. These are some prom dresses I want y'all to put on. I want all y'all to look lovely, feel y'all energy, share this spirit bond with us. This is what we're gonna be doing. And I thought it was cute. These women felt like they felt honored. It made me tear up because I thought about me losing my aunt to domestic violence and how important, how serious it is for people to have those conversations and stuff. But learning things from the Butterfly Project and also my girl Tequila, Rivera. She's taught me, both of them have taught me how domestic violence and how serious it is, and just telling people to get out and leave is just not enough. Y'all need to make sure you're checking out their blog. There's also on King of Reason. I will also have it in the comment section for you to check out. I got to meet my girl Tequila before I leave. Hopefully she's free. And shout out to the Butterfly Project. They're a project that, you know, does a lot of stuff for women and men, I think, as well, who are in domestic violence situations and stuff, are getting out, or survivors or whatever. And it's a nonprofit ran by a beautiful, sickening black woman out here doing the work. Shout out to her, honey. Y'all make sure y'all checking them out. So we get to the PSA. Everything is together. Kenya looks like she's trying to make sure everything is right. Kenya, you looked amazing in your white dress. That purple is my favorite color. I think it's Kenya's favorite color as well. It's the color of royalty. She looked sickening. The purple lipstick was everything. Her hair was on point. Loved her in her white dress. Looked great. Who else looked good? Portia looked like she was giving me doomsday with that dress on, but it was cute. Sheree finally had on something other than some sweatpants and stuff. She looked sickening. Shamia, you were dazzled out, honey, in that sickening ass silver piece, girl. You like a sickening ass spoon, bitch. And I was a bucket of ice cream ready, okay? Both our powers together. We are Captain Planet. You looked amazing. Who else looked good? Oh, NeNe, girl. NeNe walked up literally after she got through peeling the skin off of Gumby, honey, and put it on. NeNe, your outfit was a dreadful mess. Kandi shit looked like something between some earrings and some earring wax. I didn't like it. I wasn't feeling that Charlotte's Web ass spiderweb, bedazzled spiderweb shit she had on. It wasn't cute. The PSA goes well. The commercial for it looks great. Everybody's sharing their stories, and Shamia's doing her stuff, so it was a great experience to see that. Mark Daly pops up and scares the shit out of Kenya, and Kenya like, oh, my man is here. And Mark comes on the camera and he looks stunning. I've seen pictures of him before, but to see him just right there, it looked good. He looked great. He just looked sexy as hell. I'm just not sure how I feel about Mark. It's our first time seeing him. Kenya introduces him and she walks off, and Sheree automatically walks up to him and said, you know, where'd you get your nose ring done at? Girl, that was messy as hell. Sheree, you act like you can't go to Claire's and get this shit done. Like, you know some tattoo artists. You got tattoos and stuff all over your stomach. I'm pretty sure they give you a nose ring. But you did that to be shady. You did that to make a point. And then you even gaslit it even more when you said something about it in the confessional. You made a joke about men not having, you know, earrings in their nose, since Tupac. Now, I don't think a lot of people are challenging Tupac's nose ring and whatever. So, like, I took it, and I had a conversation with a close friend about that. I took it as you were trying to say that he was feminine and he possibly might be bisexual gay. That's how I perceived it. That might not have been the case. But Sheree, girl, you need to be very careful, because and all y'all need to be careful when y'all say stuff like that. Because y'all are hanging around gays, y'all absorb all these jokes and these reads and these jokes and stuff. And then the moment that a man who identifies as heterosexual comes out and he does something that might be seen as, you know, feminine or possibly gay, or he's probably bisexual, y'all, you know, you weaponize femininity. You say, girl, like, what's the hell he's doing that? And we have to check ourselves when we're saying stuff like that. We have to check ourselves with saying stuff like that, because why is it a problem for a man to do a little bit of feminine shit? Why is it an issue? Why is the issue? We don't say anything about, you know, it's not this unspoken, it's not bad necessarily when women, you know, do things that are masculine to a certain extent, but it's almost like if you're a man, because, you know, we live in a patriarchal society, and that means that men are at the top of the food chain, whatever, like controlled by men, this is that. So anytime like a man does something that's feminine or whatever, it's looked as less than. And when a woman does it, it's seen as power. That's why women have to wear suits and shit, like when they doing certain things, certain events, so they can look at like they have power. We have got to get rid of all that shit. I hate it. And when I saw Sheree do that and I saw her making comments, I felt some type of way about it. And I was like, girl, I don't like that. And I'm just not feeling it. It's nothing about a man's sexuality, him wearing a damn nose ring. That doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean that he likes men. It just means he likes that shit. And the moment we get rid of all this bullshit, these gender roles, this and that, the moment we live in a better society, and that's the one of society that I want to live in, I probably want. But we have to have those type of conversations. I was very displeased with that comment, Sheree, girl. If somebody walked up to you and asked you why the fuck it's taking you so long to pay for this skimpy ass house, you wouldn't like that shit. So why you asking why you concerned about his nose ring? That was garbage as hell. But it was kind of funny, even though it was garbage as hell, because you just did it out of nowhere and he handled it right. Kim and Mr. Mark Daly, I don't see no chemistry, but this is the first time. It was not long. I don't see the chemistry with them. Will we see some chemistry? Possibly not. NeNe did bring up the fact that she was a little shady. She said, you know, King is in love, but she doesn't know necessarily if Mark is in love. She didn't say that. NeNe didn't say that. But the way she said in the confession, it sounds like that just King is in love, honey. And girl, I took that the way I did, but Overall, this was an alright episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey. Next episode is the season finale. We're gonna get to see the Halloween party at Miss what's that girl name? I can't Eva. You know, she's throwing a Halloween party, and NeNe and Greg gonna show up as a roach and whatever Terminator girl. I think that shit is so goddamn funny. It seems like Kim gonna say something, folks gonna get them together, and something about Portia and a secret text she sent out, and how did somebody get a screenshot of it. But tell me what y'all thought about this review. Tell me what y'all thought about Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey. I am not in my home. I am not in a hotel room. I'm staying in some very close friends' home that allowed me to stay here while I was in Memphis this past weekend, and I truly enjoyed myself. Shout out to them. They have a beautiful home. No, I'm not gonna show you all of it, but you can see that the person who designed and decorated knows his shit. I love y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all evening, afternoon, honey, and let me know what y'all thought about this review. Let me also know what y'all thought about Real Housewives of Atlanta this season episode, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.